Hello super friends and welcome to DC TV Talk. This is the show where we talk all things Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow and Arrow. And in today's video we're going to be doing the next part in my prediction series that's going on this week, and in this episode we're going to be focusing on the Legends of Tomorrow. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be giving you guys my top 5 predictions for the rest of Legends of Tomorrow this season, that being of course Legends of Tomorrow Season 3. I'm going to be telling you my top 5 predictions for what I think is going to happen and what could possibly happen to set up Season 4, which is undoubtedly going to happen at this point, which I'm very happy about. So let's jump into my predictions. Now, I made all these predictions last week before I started making these videos. I did a lot of prep work for these videos, and my first prediction has now actually been pretty much confirmed by Mark Guggenheim, and that was that Wally West was going to join the Legends. Now, obviously, I made a video a while back about who should join the Legends, who should be the new members, and I did point out Wally West, but I said I don't think it would happen because of how overpowered he is, because he is a speedster. But Wally West was always going to be the most likely option, considering how he is completely underused on The Flash, and also the fact that he has connections to the Legends. Obviously, he met a large majority of them in the crossover, and we also saw in Legends Season 3, Episode 1, I think it was, we saw that he knows Nate Haywood, so that's kind of a connection there. So I feel that Wally was always the most likely option. Now, whether they can revolve around his speedster powers, we'll obviously see, but I'm pretty happy about this. Now, I do feel that Wally is going to be too overpowered for the Legends. However, I think his personality is going to suit the Legends really, really well. This is what I was saying earlier about how I feel he was the most obvious choice. I just feel that not only because he's neglected on The Flash and because of his connections to Nate Haywood, also it's just his personality fits the Legends super, super well. And if Flash isn't going to use him, then yeah, stick him on Legends. Why not? As long as he doesn't, make the plot feel easy, it's fine. My next theory is that Sarah's love interest is going to be Agent Sharp. Now, we got it confirmed at Comic-Con 2017, that Sarah will be getting a new love interest this season on Legends, and I believe that love interest is going to be Agent Sharp of the Time Bureau. I've brought this up before, but I feel it is heavily, heavily foreshadowed in the mid-season finale, and I just feel like it would fit really well. For one, their competitive relationship gives them a bit of a fiery intensity, which I think works really well. Also, those two actresses of Katie Lotz, and I can't remember the actress who plays Agent Sharp, but they have really good chemistry together. And also, like I say, I feel it's incredibly foreshadowed when Agent Sharp joined the Legends in Episode 9. And the way her and Sarah are fighting together, I just think that this is kind of one of those things where they start off hating each other, but they actually begin to love each other. I feel it's one of those typical storylines that could work really well. My next theory is one that I'm a bit shaky on, but I'm going to see what you guys think about it anyway, and it's that Damien Darhk will be killed for good. Now, Damien Darhk obviously was killed in Arrow Season 4, then they used a different version of Damien Darhk in Legends Season 2, but the one in Season 3 is actually the version from Arrow before he was killed. So this is kind of a bit of a mishmash of a thing, but Damien Darhk has kept coming back with multiple different versions of himself from different time periods, and I feel it's becoming a bit of a joke. Now, I've actually always loved Damien Darhk. Although he did not fit on Arrow, I've always said he was a Legends villain. He always should have been a Legends villain, and ever since he has been on Legends, he's been absolutely phenomenal. And I actually really like Damien Darhk as a character, but I feel that all these different versions and all these different time periods is a bit of a joke now, and I feel that he perhaps is ready to go. Plus, it's not like Neil McDonough needs the Arrowverse. He's a very popular actor in films and TV, so I feel he doesn't need it. I feel Damien Darhk could die. My penultimate theory may not actually happen on this season, but I can definitely see it happening on the show, and it's Jax returning to the Wave Rider. Now, obviously, Jax left in Episode 9 of the crossover after Martin Stein's very unfortunate and very sad death in the crossover, and we saw Jax kind of feeling like he doesn't have a purpose on the Wave Rider anymore because he doesn't have powers, so he left. And this was a very sad moment because Jax, I think, is one of the most standout members of the Legends. However, I feel Jax will return to the Wave Rider at some point, even though we are getting Wally in order to replace him. I feel that Jax, he's been there since Season 1, and he's going to be there. He's always going to be seeded in the show's memory, plus characters they always come back all the time. Plus, I mean, he's not dead. He just left. He left the Wave Rider. So, he's not like he's dead or we need a different version. We're going to have our Jax back with no issue whatsoever. And I'm sure we will, because like I said, he just left. So there's plenty of room for him to come back. Also, in regards to his powers, I feel that too much setup was given to the idea of Jax going solo as Firestorm, that to not go through with that would be a bit of a waste of time. I feel that perhaps Ray Palmer is going to keep chugging away at this scientific theory of soloizing, that's not a word, but whatever, we'll move on, of making the Firestorm Matrix work on a solo, and I feel that that's just the way they're going to go with that character, I really do. And my final theory, which is a bit more of a random one, but I think that we will see the physical Gideon show up again. We saw the physical Gideon show up in Legends Season 2, and she was actually really great. You know, we got to see the voice actress who plays Gideon, we got to see her actually appear as a physical manifestation, and we find out that her and Rip Hunter have a bit of a relationship, which was a bit weird, but it was kind of interesting and kind of made sense at the same time, because Rip is not exactly the most sociable of people, so it was really cool to see that character show up. I feel we'll see her show up again at some point in this season of Legends. I feel she'll show up kind of every once in a while, every season kind of thing, where she shows up maybe once each season, just to kind of give some background to the Legends, because I feel like that actress is so good, and because she's always doing voice-over work, it's hard for her to actually deliver her full potential. So to have her walking around on the Wave Rider again, I think would be a really cool idea, and maybe to have an interaction in some way with Barry Allen would be an amazing moment. So they were my top 5 predictions for Legends of Tomorrow Season 3 and potentially beyond. Tell me your top 5 predictions in the comment section below. It's going to be interesting to see what you guys think, because Legends I find such a hard show to predict, especially as a DC TV YouTuber. Out of the 4 shows, I feel Legends is the hardest one to make videos on. That's why I haven't made many over the break, because it's just been really hard to come up with stuff. I've been thinking of doing like a Malice theory video, but there's just nothing to go off of, which makes it super difficult. Now, I also just want to mention what I said earlier, which is that it has pretty much been confirmed by Mark Guggenheim that Wally West is joining the Legends. He said in an interview, you'll see Wally join the Legends at some point. He didn't state whether he was going to be a permanent full-time member, but he did say Wally West's name, specifically saying he's going to be on the Wave Rider. Now, I think this is very exciting. Like I say, I think Wally's going to be a perfect fit for the Legends, and it's going to be interesting to see how they implement a speedster without ruining the story. Plus, we know that Wally West gets no screen time and no storylines, nothing to do on The Flash, so I think it's going to be really cool to stick him on the Wave Rider, give him plenty of character interactions with a wide variety of characters, and see how he interacts with them. I think it'll be really cool kind of to see him interact with characters like Mick and Ray, and obviously he knows Nate already, so that's pre-established. The only thing that worries me is what they're going to do with his relationship with Jesse Quick. I feel that could be completely glossed over, because Jesse Quick is a really big part of Wally's life now, and we know that Violet Bean is returning to The Flash this season at some point later on. I think it's around episode 15, so we need to see why they're going to be separated. Maybe they are just going to separate. I feel that's the easiest option, just to get rid of them. If Wally's not going to be on The Flash, then there's no point having him with Jesse, because Jesse's not going to show up on Legends anytime soon. So I just think it's easier just to separate them and then have Wally have his own story on Legends. So like I said, guys, tell me in the comment section below your top 5 predictions for Legends of Tomorrow Season 3, and also tell me what your thoughts are on Wally joining the Legends of Tomorrow. Like I said, I'm very excited about it. I'm really interested to see how he's used and implemented on the Legends, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section below about all the most recent news, and also with your predictions. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like if you did, and share it with anybody and everybody you know who loves DC TV, and get them to join the community. And as always, subscribe for more videos on all the DC TV shows, including Supergirl, The Flash, Legends of Tomorrow, and Arrow. The shows come back next week, so we'll have some more topic related videos based on the episodes themselves, which is going to be great. I cannot wait for the shows to come back. There's going to be some really cool stuff going on, and there's going to be some cool stuff on DC TV Talk, so stay tuned.